Good morning. I'm Reverend Kathy. Welcome to Unity North Spiritual Center here in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We are an inclusive community. We welcome and accept all people. So whoever you are, wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're always welcome here. And we're glad you're with us today. So we are also part of a greater worldwide unity movement. We are the publishers of the Daily Word magazine, and we've been holding 135 years of prayer vigil through Silent Unity, the prayer ministry of the Unity movement. So prayer is the heart and soul of unity. And we always have a prayer chaplain available to pray after service. And today that's going to be Nancy. She's in the back. And I don't think the screen is up here yet, so hold on. So you can't see, you have to turn around to see her. Anyway, so thank you, Nancy, for being available for that. And if you have a prayer need or request, feel free to give her a call. Her number will come up on the chat or in announcements, and you can call her after service and for about the first hour or so. And if you don't reach her, leave your number and she'll give you a call back. So just take that opportunity to pray with someone. It's really a wonderful experience. All right. And with that, let me introduce our team today, our production team. We've got Nancy and Brandy. And thank you. I may need help getting this up. This screen is still not up. So, and then today our worship assistant is Bill Roloff. And our musician is Judy Vanar. Welcome back. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry.
We're taking a 1-minute break here.
My mistake. Sorry about that.
I can do it from here, I think. Thank you. All right, now we can see. Okay, so I invite you to speak with me our vision and mission statements. Together, centered in prayer, we create for all a world of love, harmony, and abundance. And our mission is celebrating spirit, exploring truths, awakening hearts, inspiring dreams, serving community. And just note the values at the bottom. Those are our core foundational beliefs here at Unity North. All right. And with that, I invite you to stand for our opening song.
I am alive, aware, and awake. I am alive, aware, and awake. Joyous and enthusiastic for life. I am alive, aware, and awake. I am alive, aware, and awake.
Aware and awake now. So thank you for that beautiful song. Good morning. My name is Bill Roloff. I am your worship assistant today. This is the time in our service where we get to greet one another. So feel free to wave to each other and wave to all those on Zoom. If anyone is visiting us for the first time, we welcome you to our service. If you're here in person and would like to know more about Unity, please see me, Reverend Kathy, or our ushers. For new visitors online, if you wish, you could share your contact information in the chat with Unity North, which goes directly to us and remains private. We welcome you all, wherever you are, on your spiritual journey. Let us all take a minute to, well, we've already done that. We wave to each other. Again, we welcome you, and it is our delight to have all of you with us today. At this time, we take a moment for prayer requests. Let us take a breath or two to first center ourselves. Feel free to close your eyes, relax your bodies. So as you breathe in, bring peace, love, and joy within, and release stress, worry, and fear in your exhales. Instead of saying our requests aloud, we invite you to speak a name or prayer request silently in the sanctuary or aloud in the privacy of your own home, and hold these requests in silence. We give thanks in advance for answered prayers, and we say thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Let us remain centered and still as I read today's daily word. Today's daily word is world peace. I bless the world with thoughts of peace. The word shalom is synonymous with the word peace, but it means more than absence of war and conflict. Shalom appearing so frequently in the Bible, it also is used to affirm wholeness and well-being. True lasting well-being requires the kind of peace known by living in alignment with God. Anchored in peace, people are less likely to be in conflict and more likely to appreciate that the beautiful planet Earth offers goodness and abundance for all. When I pray for a peaceful world, I pray shalom for myself and for each person of every land to have their needs met, to know lasting well-being for themselves and their families, to live in harmony, and to work toward our common good. James verse 3, and a harvest of righteousness is sown in peace for those who make peace. And now Judy will do our meditation music.
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God.
Relax and close your eyes for meditation. And just feel a wave of relaxation from the top of your head down through your neck and shoulders and all the way down the rest of your body to your feet. And feel that circle back around. And as you take several deep breaths, say to yourself, I am completely and fully relaxed. We are approaching the Fall Equinox this week, tomorrow, on Monday the 22nd at 1:19 p.m. Central Time, the beginning of a new season. The earth spinning and leaning away from the sun begins to cool from the summer heat. And on the first day of the season, there is perfect balance of night and day. I take this time to reflect on the balance in my own life, the balance between my professional and my personal life, between work and rest. Am I resting enough? The balance between outer activities and inner stillness. Am I meditating enough? The balance between light and darkness. Am I taking myself lightly enough? Am I willing to face my own darkness? The balance between lack and abundance. Am I thinking prosperous thoughts? And the balance between seriousness and play. Am I playing enough? The balance between aloneness and community. Am I reaching out to others enough for connection and support? Only I can determine my own balance. Through the Spirit of God within me, I am guided into a greater balance in my own life. I allow myself to experience a harvest of good in this season of autumn, a harvest of love and joy and happiness, a harvest of abundance. I take time in the silence to affirm and know that the balance I seek is beginning to take place in this very moment, in the silence. Edward Hayes writes in a Fall Equinox prayer, "Welcome autumn, arms full of summer's blessings, carrying the seeds of life for next year's planting. Come enter my home with your golden wisdom, to be my guest and share my table. Welcome, old wise one. May I be your student in the school of gratitude. Guide me in reflecting upon the summer now gone, that I might give thanks for all the many gifts that have enriched me in that season of growth. I greet you, spirits of darkness, that dwell in the night and within me. While you are frightening, you are also a source of power. May I not fear you, but learn to live in holy harmony with you. Night within me, I welcome you as well. May all your spirits that reside in me live in harmony with the spirit of the holy. Thank you, God, for the greater balance in my life and for this time of fall equinox." And so it is. Amen.
Come to the river, play in the water, drink of forever and be free. There's a rest for the weary and relief for the hurting. So come to the river and be. How beautiful the water's blue as you let them wash over you. Say goodbye to everything that silenced the songs you love to sing. In the river, come to the river of peace. Come to this river, joy in the laughter, dream of whatever makes you smile. Won't you stay a while? How beautiful the water's blue as you let them wash over you. Say goodbye to
Beautiful, Judy. Thank you. The lesson today is balancing act. For thousands of years, planetary pilgrims have welcomed the sacred event of the Fall Equinox with fires and songs and celebrations. And the Fall Equinox, as I said in meditation, is tomorrow, the 22nd, at 1:19 p.m. Central Time. I have to note that so you can remember. It heralds a season of completion and contentment, a time of harvest. It's also a time of balance. On this equinox tomorrow, day equals night, and light balances darkness. The sun will enter Libra, which is the astrological sign of balance, and we will then be on our journey into longer nights as we approach the winter solstice near Christmas. This season is a metaphor for an inner process. So remember, tomorrow, 1:19 p.m. Central Time. Pause and feel that moment when the equinox actually occurs. The solstices and equinoxes remind us of the balance of nature and its sacred rhythms. In the relentless busyness of modern life, we have lost the rhythm between work and rest. Finding that rhythm is the balancing act that each of us is engaged in, whether we are working or whether we're retired. According to author Wayne Muller, all life requires a rhythm of rest. There is a rhythm in our waking activity and the body's need for sleep. There's a rhythm in the way day dissolves into night and night into morning. There is a rhythm as the active growth of spring and summer is quieted by the dormancy of fall and winter. There's a tidal rhythm, a deep, eternal conversation between the land and the great sea. So in our bodies, the heart perceptibly rests after each life-giving beat. The lungs rest between the exhale and the inhale. We have lost this essential rhythm. Action and accomplishment are deemed better than rest. Doing something is thought to be better than doing nothing. Our desire to succeed causes us to lose our rest and thus lose our way. Even in retirement, some work frantically to stay busy. I titled this talk Balancing Act because that's what I've been engaged in lately. And then I remembered it was the equinox weekend, and I thought, well, how perfect. The equinox is all about balance. And I've been focusing on balance between work and rest in my own life, or sometimes I could say work and play. That's been an ongoing challenge and spiritual practice for me since I entered the ministry 35 years ago. That was true especially in the early years, when as a single parent I had children at home. And in one way, my children helped me to stay balanced when I was doing church. They kept me coming home instead of staying till all hours. In another way, it all took so much energy and juggling that I was often tired and in need of rest. So I think balance is such an important subject in this time of great change in the world and in our own lives. We're always engaged in some kind of balancing act. We balance between self and others, between professional life and personal life, between work and rest or work and play. And this balancing is always happening amidst change. So we just get it all balanced and the cosmic forces suddenly shift everything. We're constantly dealing with the death of the old and the birth of the new and trying to keep it all together, all balanced in the process. I always tell Librans when I do their horoscope charts for them, astrology charts, that there's this thing Librans do. They have this need to balance. And it's such a strong need that when things get imbalanced, sometimes they will subtly throw them out of balance so they can rebalance. But one might think that during COVID, when we were forced to isolate, and in many cases work at home, that balance may have become easier. I found the opposite to be true. Balancing was more difficult. The boundaries blurred. My usual days off filled up with phone calls and work related to Unity North. My sleep schedule went completely out of whack, staying up very late and sleeping in late. That messed with my meal times, my exercise, and many aspects of my life. It just threw me all out of balance. Without balance, community and corporate leaders can end up solving problems frantically, desperately, reactively, and badly. As Brother David Steindl-Rast said, the Chinese pictograph for busy is composed of two characters, heart and killing. When I served at Unity of Palo Alto, California, that church was in Silicon Valley. It's near Stanford University. And it's the home of Google and all of the other tech giants. And numerous people call that whole area Speed City. And I drove to work on freeways where cars usually average 90 miles per hour. And I mean, it doesn't matter what the sign said. The police officers would not bother to arrest you if you were going 90 because they would have to arrest everybody. I mean, it was that insane. And I can't tell you how many people I counseled in that church who were physically, mentally, or emotionally ill from overwork and unrealistic expectations at work, such as 60 to 70-hour minimum work weeks, cutthroat competition, hostile workplaces, and so on. Even now, sometimes life seems like a maelstrom in which consumption and productivity have become the most valued human commodities. Now, it's a little different here in the Midwest, but still, nevertheless, in the work arena, it can be different. Sometimes it does not even seem like we choose it. We find ourselves in it, like a single parent who's just struggling to balance making a living with caring for children. A mother named Janet tells of a time when it all caught up. She said, after an exhausting weekend, I woke up Monday morning and sleepily packed lunch for my 8-year-old. When I got home from work later that day, she handed me a note from her teacher requesting that I see her. What's this all about? I asked sternly. Opening her lunchbox, my daughter showed me the drink I'd given her that morning. It was a can of beer. Now it's funny. It's also kind of sad. Muller suggests the dizzying pace of the world is taken over because we have forgotten the Sabbath. So the Sabbath is our remedy for the eternal balancing act. And Sabbath is a time for sacred rest. It may be a holy day, the seventh day of the week as in the Jewish tradition, or the first day of the week as in the Christian tradition. But Sabbath time may also be a Sabbath afternoon, a Sabbath hour, a Sabbath walk, any sacred time that provides nourishment and rest. It is the presence of something that arises when we concentrate a period of time to listen to what is most deeply beautiful, nourishing, or true. It is time consecrated with our attention, our mindfulness, honoring those quiet forces of grace or spirit that sustain and heal us. It said it was not Israel that kept the Sabbath. It is said the Sabbath kept Israel. Modern life is designed to seduce our attention away from the inner place of refuge. Hundreds of cable channels, cell phones, iPads, emails, Facebook, Instagram, other social media sites, Zoom calls, billboards, magazines, newspapers, radio, they all say, buy me, watch me, drink me. Rabbi Levi saw a man running in the street and asked him, why do you run? He replied, I'm running after my good fortune. And Rabbi Levi tells him, silly man, your good fortune has been trying to chase you, but you are running too fast. Sabbath is our refuge. It is our centering, our balance. In the book of Exodus, we read, in 6 days God made the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day God rested and was refreshed. The word refreshed in Hebrew means, and God exhaled. The creation of the world was like the life-quickening inhale. The Sabbath is the exhale. Thus, in the beginning, all creation moves with the rhythm of the inhale and the exhale, the active masculine and the receptive feminine. Without the Sabbath exhale, the life-giving inhale is impossible. So the ancient rabbis teach that on the seventh day, God created Menuha, which means tranquility, serenity, peace, and rest, in the deepest possible sense of fertile, healing stillness. And sometimes we fear rest. You know, in Genesis, a fundamental goodness is presumed throughout the creation story. At every juncture, God acts, steps back, and rests. God invokes the light, separates it from the darkness, creating a rhythm between light and dark, and steps back and sees that it is good. Then God makes a place for heaven and earth, separates the sea from the dry land, creating a tidal rhythm, and steps back, and God sees that it is good. And God makes the sun and moon, and stepping back sees that it is good, and on it goes. Sabbath rest also invites us to step back and see all that is good. If we pause in that centered place and look deeply and carefully within, even to all that is hurtful or wounded, we will see the light shine through. We will see the wholeness in everything. At rest, our souls are restored, and we remember our wholeness, our goodness. There was a movie some years ago called Winged Migration. It's a beautiful film about the seasonal migration of birds. And by listening to the music of the earth, birds find their way home from thousands of miles away. So we are blessed with these inner rhythms that tell us where we are and where we are going. When we stop from the 50 or 60-hour work week, the refusal to stop for lunch, the refusal to play or to listen, and return instead to the Sabbath, our natural state reasserts itself. Certain tribes of South Pacific Islanders can sail for 1,000 miles over open ocean under complete cloud cover with no sun, moon, or stars to usher them from island to island, and yet know exactly where they are by the kind of waves beneath their rafts. So amazing to have that kind of insight. Gordon Hempton is a person who has this kind of quality of mindfulness. He is what he calls a sound tracker. And he operates on this level of subtlety, earning his living by recording the vanishing sounds of nature. He was not always this way. In fact, for many years, he had a hard time even keeping himself among the living due to his inattention in a line of work that has little mercy for such lapses. He was a bike messenger in Seattle for 7 years. And it was a way to support his true love, which was recording nature sounds. After finding himself bloodied up in more than a few run-ins with automobiles, he woke up to his hearing. He said, "I learned that these ears hanging onto my head are for more than just listening to the radio. They are the watchdogs of my life, they are my guidance system, and I use them now as if my life depended on it." So one bright sunrise, biking up a steep hill, he was struck by a call to follow dawn around the world, recording the sounds of nature. That dream became an Emmy award-winning PBS documentary called The Vanishing Dawn Chorus, which took him 70,000 miles around the globe, tracking, as he wrote, a never-ending wave of birdsong that follows the rhythm of the Earth's rotation, as if the sun never stopped rising and the birds never stopped singing. Hempton now possesses what the Inuit people call Sukhothai, the ear of the animal. He can listen to a recording of wind in the pines, and can tell you the length of the pine needles. He can hear the sound of water running underground. He will tell you that quiet places, including those on the inside of us, are think tanks of the soul. Once, while tracking frogs and dripping water in Sri Lanka, he had a sudden anxiety attack, an intuition of danger that he almost waved off as paranoia. But Sukhothai informed him otherwise, so he took off quickly, leaving behind his recording equipment, which was still running. Later, when he retrieved it and played it back, he heard first the sound of his own footsteps departing, and then the sound of a leopard coming out of the forest. We may not become soundtrackers, but we can find our silence, our Sabbath within. The late Maya Angelou shared an example of her Sabbath experience. She writes, "We often think that our affairs, great or small, must be tended continuously and in great detail, or our world will disintegrate and we will lose our place in the universe. That is not true, or if it is true, our situations were so temporary they would have collapsed anyway. Once a year or so, I give myself a day away. On the eve of the day of my absence, I begin to unwrap the bonds which hold me in harness. I inform housemates, my family, and close friends that I will not be reachable for 24 hours, and I disengage the telephone. I turn the radio dial to an all-music station, preferably one which plays the soothing golden oldies. I sit for at least an hour in a very hot tub. Then I lay out my clothes in preparation for my morning escape. And knowing nothing will disturb me, I sleep the sleep of the just. On the morning I wake naturally, for I will have set no clock, nor inform my body timepiece when it should alarm. I dress in comfortable shoes and casual clothes, and I leave my house going no place. If I'm living in a city, I wander streets, window shop, or gaze at buildings. I enter and leave public parks, libraries, and lobbies of skyscrapers and movie houses. I stay in no place for very long. On the getaway day, I try for amnesia. I do not want to know my name, where I live, or how many dire responsibilities rest on my shoulders. I detest encountering even the closest friend, for then I'm reminded of who I am and the circumstances of my life, which I want to forget for a while. Every person needs to take it one day away, a day in which one consciously separates the past from the future. Jobs, lovers, family, employers, and friends can exist one day without any one of us, and if our egos permit us to confess, they could exist eternally in our absence. Each person deserves a day away in which no problems are confronted, no solutions searched for. Each of us needs to withdraw from the cares which will not withdraw from us. We need hours of aimless wandering or spates of time sitting on park benches observing the mysterious world of ants in the canopy of treetops. And let me pause here. Speaking of ants, I heard this radio program some years back. I've never forgotten it. It was an interview with a man who had written a book about ants. He had spent years literally, studying and investigating ants. And what he learned was so amazing. I mean, they have a societies like we do. Some of them are farmers, some of them are hunters, some of them are soldiers. It was quite incredible. And I was in California at the time, and this book had been written by somebody who was there. But he had learned that if the ants crossed the border, the eastern border of California and Nevada or Arizona or any of those states, they would be immediately at war with the tribes over on that side of the line. It was incredible. It just went on and on. I've always remembered it, and I couldn't remember the name of the book, so I've still been looking for it, but just amazing. So if we step away for a time, Maya Angelou goes on to say, we are not as many may think, we are not, as many may think, and some will accuse, being irresponsible, but rather we are preparing ourselves to more ably perform our duties and discharge our obligations. When I return home, I'm always surprised to find some questions I sought to evade had been answered, and some entanglements I had hoped to flee had become unraveled in my absence. A day away acts as a spring tonic and can dispel rancor, transform indecision, and renew the spirit. So what are some specific ways we can return to the Sabbath? Aside from a day away like that, here are a few suggestions. 1, find a special candle. Before a meal or a meditation, say a prayer blessing for yourself and light the candle. Take a few breaths and let the hurry of the world fall away. 2, choose at least one heavily used appliance or device, your cell phone, your television, computer, washer and dryer. Let them rest for a Sabbath period, a morning, an afternoon, or an entire day. Surrender to the absence of this distraction. And 3, practice intentional silence. Choose a period of time or an activity such as a walk or a hike alone or with someone you love when you will refrain from speech. Notice what arises between you in the silence. And 4, leave your worries behind and enter into deep prayer and meditation. 5, take a Sabbath walk without any purpose, not even insight or revelation. Notice just whatever you're drawn to. And 6, close your eyes for a moment and let the mind rest in the heart. Pray a simple short prayer. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Or it could be, thank you for this most amazing day. Or even, thy will be done. And 7, last but not least, play, play, play. Without a purpose or why, just simply play. So let us pause and remember the Sabbath. And as we approach a new season at the Fall Equinox, it is the perfect opportunity. It is a time of centering, a time of setting intention and finding balance in our own lives. And in closing today, Marcia Falk writes, 3 generations back, my family had only to light a candle and the world parted. Today, Friday afternoon, I disconnect clocks and phones. When night fills my house with passages, I begin saving my life. So God bless each of you in your balancing act. Happy Equinox. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure a lot of you know the chorus to this song more than you knew the meditation song. But I'll play that one again because you should learn it. So feel free to sing with me when you know it. Anything you're not part of it that you know, it's fine. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. Time to be born, time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rent, a time to sow, a time of love, a time of hate, a time of peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Now is the time to bless our offerings. We invite you to go to our website, unitynorthmn.org, to find the donation button on the homepage and give your offering there. For those of you that are in our building, if you prefer, feel free to leave your offering in the basket at the end of the middle aisle of the door to the sanctuary. If you would like to mail a check instead, you can send it to our address also on the website. Let us speak our offering blessing. Please join me. Divine love flowing through me now blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me.
Community news announcements for today, 9/21/25. Our prayer chaplain is Nancy Helbig. Our healing facilitator is Susan Brett Schneider. Reverend Kathy's 35-5 anniversary party, not a retirement party. Music by Amy and Adams this coming Saturday, hosted by Reverend Kathy and the Board of Trustees, September 27th, from 6 to 9 p.m. Zoom login is at 6:30 p.m. And you can go to the website posted here. Party location, Unity North Spiritual Center here in Coon Rapids. Ticket cost, free. Love offering opportunity at the event. The event is free, but please sign up on our website so that we know how many people will be attending. Prayer requests, please put any prayer requests you would like to read aloud during service in the bowl and a narthex by the sanctuary doors by 10:25 in the morning. Also, you can put additional prayer requests in the prayer box by the Buddha in the back hallway. Those will be read by the prayer chaplain at the end of the month and then sent to the Silent Unity to be prayed upon over the month. Family table drive-through Thursday, this coming Thursday, September 25th from 5 to 6 p.m. If you would like to help prepare and or serve meals, there is a sign-up sheet in the narthex. Please contact Kathleen or outreach at unitynorth.mn.org with any questions. Winter Wonders Holiday Auction donation submissions will begin October 1st. Make a note and get ready for our annual virtual holiday auction. Start gathering your wonderful ideas. An email will be sent out on October 1st with a link to the donation submission. Healing Sessions Demystified, Sunday, October 5th at 12:15 p.m. for 30 to 45 minutes. Join our 5 healing facilitators to experience and or observe what takes place during healing sessions after Sunday services. We will begin with a brief overview of healing facilitation, and all 5 will demonstrate their process simultaneously around the sanctuary. During this time, you can experience a healing, observe others, and or meditate to peaceful music. Being present in this magnetic field can in itself facilitate healing and transformation. New class in October, The Magic of Story, a new Sunday service series and follow-up Wednesday evening class with Reverend Kathy. The series begins on October 5th, and the first class is on Wednesday, October 8th. Series is 5 weeks long, 10:30 a.m. Sunday service hybrid class from 6:30 to 8 p.m. on Zoom. To register, you can go on the website noted. Please join me for the community affirmation. Centered in prayerful intention, we give thanks for an overflowing abundance of spiritual awakening, prosperity, new members, and children for our spiritual center.
Hey, can we do it one more time with a little more verb? We always sound kind of like, make it sound kind of like a verb. Let's give it some oomph.
All right, let's do it. You guys ready?
Okay.
All right. Prayerful intention. We give thanks for an overflowing abundance of spiritual awakening, prosperity, new members, and children for Unity North Spiritual Center. Yes! Thank you. Nice job.
All right, that's more like it. Okay, so I just want to say thank you to our team today, our production team, Nancy and Brandy. And thank you, Bill, for your worship assistance today. And a special thank you to Judy, always wonderful. And I invite you to stand for our prayer for protection and our peace song. Together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
That verve going.